Cypress versus Havoc. And it looks like the Havoc guy gets tagged on the head. I think D. Manning might have sweet spotted him from the back, and he takes the walk.
D. Manning, I've heard of that guy. He's famous.
A lot of sweet spot was going on that side of the field. Looks like Cypress has their guns up cranking.
Both these teams, backbone teams from their respective states.
Both teams pushed people into the snake, but Havoc lost their snake player. Cypress still with 2 bodies in the snake. Have only lost 1 guy. Looks like both teams have their guns up ripping. The communication lines are not too strong with these teams. You can tell both of them are novice teams, both of them working their way up the ranks. And Cypress dives into the snake and makes his way to the next bubble.
These secondaries are really important.
Looks like Havoc might have scored an elimination. And Havoc make a move out to the pill.
When your communication's poor, those kind of movements make a huge difference.
Cypress having a few guest players on here from Bad Company, another pro player. It looks like the field position for this is to get a guy in the big tank in the middle of the snake and have someone else guard him. It's worked good for other teams. Now it looks like Cypress wanting to push the envelope and send him up there now. That's exactly what they're doing. Looks like the Cypress guy's going to take the middle tube and Havoc push over. They jump immediately into the snake to compensate the Cypress move up. Cypress dude's creeping to the tube. There's a lot of heat going in there. And the Havoc player's already posted down the tape.
It's a really good move there. They got to protect that snake.
The 2 guys laying on their belly post and are never going to be able to see each other. The only dude in the middle is going to get the action.
Maybe tough to work from that snake with the angles those back left corner guys have on it. Showing it right there, shooting through that crack.
Looks like the Cypress player's getting ripped at through the corner of the snake. He's staying just out of the paint level.
Not a lot he can do there besides draw fire.
Player on the back of the snake there, laying on his belly, just guarding him. Looks like both these teams are really shooting their guns. A lot of paint flying in the air on this game. Looks like Walter from Vicious. There's Jason Andre from Bad Company. Getting tight, getting little.
Danny, you called it. A lot of these guys are out there playing ball all by themselves. Not a lot of communication, not a lot of teamwork.
Looks like there's someone. Cypress have pushed another body into the snake. So now Cypress are 3 deep into the snake. 1 guy's guarding, the other 2 guys are shooting. And Jason Andre playing with the spider. And Havoc trying to fall back to the pyramid. That's a thin cone to get into, especially when a lot of paint's flying. And Havoc make a move up into the middle, the 50 middle. It's an awesome bunker to get in and live, but you gotta watch if there's anybody in the snake. You shoot right past the cones at the second bubble of the snake. Looks like the Cypress player shooting across the field to the Dorito guy takes a bounce. And now you can see the middle Havoc player gets shot out. He got shot out by the Dome player in the middle. And the Cypress snake guy gets eliminated.
Danny, this is all gunfights out here right now. Not a lot of strategy going on. This is just trading punches.
Havoc push up the opposite side of the field off of that elimination. And now Cypress is double pumping the snake. Back again to the game plan of 1 guy guarding the guy in the middle. Havoc player directly on the other side, getting ripped from the middle of the field. And Havoc refills the 50. Now you can see this Havoc player on one side, the Cypress player on the other. If the Havoc guy tries to come around, the Cypress back laying down at the bubble, the second notch of the snake's going to rip him to shreds. He might be waiting for the Cypress player to start hearing his gun shoot. It looks like that's what he's going to do. And he reloads. He's telling his player, go ahead, keep ripping paint at him. Keep him occupied. Looks like he's wanting to come around here and get him. If he makes a move around again, if he comes around, he's going to get drilled. Oh, Jesus, and he does. Ooh, what about the instant replay on that one? There's no way he could get him, and God, gets grilled in the dome. He doesn't like that. Thinks that's overshooting. Oh, and he got a little verbal nunchuck. You can hear the Cypress player. That's a 1-for-1. That's a 1-for-1.
That's a 1-for-1.
Yep, and it looks like the judge is going to go pull the 1-for-1.
A lot of intensity on these fields. A lot of intensity. These guys are playing with a lot of heart.
And the Havoc player comes back to the middle, tries to shoot out Cypress's snake guy. That was an awesome move to come back out of that middle bunker. The snake guy will have his number if he stays in there. I don't know if the Cypress guy can get any smaller in there. Oh! And the Cypress player comes over top and makes quick into the Havoc guy.
Well, this one's definitely looking like it's going towards the favor of Cypress.
Looks like Havoc's holding out in the back. He's going from side to side. You can almost tell it's a last line defense.
Hold on to this before it slips away completely.
You got a Havoc guy in the middle.
Get the tape, George! Come on!
Now shoot down the tape.
I'm all over.
He's going to try to find these last few Havoc bodies. He looks like he's going to try creeping across the middle. He may get what JC gave the last guy, Cartel. Oh, and he did. He ripped him up. He shot him in the hand. Those are 2 more eliminations across the field, and Havoc's gone. He had a little punk rock hairdo. It looks like Cypress is trying to figure out where the last few players are, or if there are any players. These guys are trying to play it safe. They want to make the semis.
Danny, we talked about communication, and with the lack of communication, you get a lack of a body count. So these guys have no idea who's left, where they're at, if there is anybody. And thank goodness they're not short on time, because this could cost you the game in the wrong situation.
Looks like there's just some probing around with some last-minute paintballs here. The Cypress guy's kind of creeping his way down, doesn't want to take any unnecessary chances. And that's it. Cypress have already eliminated them all. Kind of being a little bit careful of what they do these last few little moves here. These dudes may need the bodies to try to get into the semis. And when you're a young team like that, you probably need all the points you can get.
I guess at this point, with plenty of time, it is better to be cautious.
And that's it. That was a good game for Team Cypress. Havoc is definitely not a pushover. These dudes rip it up.
Pepto-Bismol grill, brother.
Oh, well, our plan was to try to get the snake and be aggressive with the snake. We wanted to try to live because we needed the extra bodies, but everything went well off the beginning. We took our spots, no one got burned. You know, we played tough, but they happened to push the left Dorito on us a little bit and caught us off guard. Shot a few guys, but we managed to pull back and shoot them and just push through the snake, and our last guy on the Dorito pretty much lived and did what he had to do, and we won the game.